Welcome back to the SportsMax zone. The Commonwealth Games in Birmingham, England is where we begin. After 8 days of competition, Australia continued to remain atop the medal standings. Let's take a look. So we have Australia with 50 gold medals now, Leighton, 44 silver and a total of 140 medals. England in second position, they have 47 gold medals so far, a total of 131. And look at the gap in medals. Canada in third position, they have 67 medals, and New Zealand in fourth with 41, just 17 gold. We're looking for the Caribbean countries now. Jamaica in 11th spot, 3 gold, 2 silver and 1 bronze. That brings their tally up to 6 medals. Trinidad and Tobago, their medals haven't increased since the last time we spoke about it. Still 3, 1 gold, 1 silver, 1 bronze. Bermuda, you see 1 medal. Grenada, 1 as well. And the Bahamas, that 1 sparkling gold medal. Leighton, not too much changes at the top of the medal standings, but our Caribbean countries continuing to rep and do us proud.
Yeah, and then picking up quality medals too. Lyndon Victor won the decathlon today, Grenada's first medal at the championships. And of course, you know, we've seen where, you know, Caribbean athletes are picking up medals across the board. Thea Lafond, of course, finishing second in the triple jump and doing quite well, 40 meters 37. Caribbean won 2, because Shanika Ricketts won gold. And of course, yes, Thea Lafond, who's been jumping well all year. In fact, I think she beat Shanika Ricketts in one of the Diamond League meets earlier this year as well. So it was a pretty good day, and the Caribbean continues to pick up medals along the way. And even if they don't pick up medals, they're in finals, which tells you the quality of the athletes that are there representing the Caribbean as well.
Yes, so I'm glad you touched on that. And there was the prospect of a Caribbean medal in the men's wrestling freestyle 125 kilogram category. But Jamaica's Aaron Johnson, he lost to India's Mohit Gruwal in the bronze medal match. Any surprises with this performance today, Leighton?
No, I think he did pretty well. He won his first round match, and of course, this was a pretty nicely contested match. I think there are a couple of new sports that the Jamaica Olympic Association is beginning to try to build.
I like that, actually.
And wrestling is one of them, and of course, lawn bowls and some of the other non-traditional sports. And it broadens the base of representation and
more inclusive.
Yep, so more talent eventually will come through. But this was a very commendable effort here by Aaron. So, you know, it's kudos to him.
Yeah, I think what they're doing at the Commonwealth Games is very, very commendable. And I say that especially because it's an opportunity, one, for you to compete at a very high level. You know, it's something to aspire to, because many of the minor sports, Leighton, they have to lobby time after time for proper competition to feel as if they're part of the big sports. So I think this is very, very commendable.
And resources, because one of the things is that the non-traditional sports in Jamaica specifically, I can't speak too much about the Caribbean because I'm not quite sure, you know, what kind of engagement they have. But, you know, certainly they need the support, and the only way they're going to get the support is to demonstrate
that they can win,
that they can do things, you know. So, you know, that's what it is.
Most definitely. Well, we're moving along again in netball. Trinidad and Tobago, they registered their first win of the games after beating Barbados 63-31 to take 11th place. Barbados finished 12th of 12. So, Leighton, Caribbean countries competing against each other. Trinidad today getting the better of Barbados. And just a reminder that Barbados is ranked 12th in the world. So, they've finished. Yeah.
The thing is, you know, a deserved win by Trinidad. I think this was their best performance. But I think, I mean, they didn't have Samantha Wallace there. You know, they're easily their best player.
Top player.
Yeah, so the reality is that, you know, it was good for them to get a win. But they still have a lot of work to do. Barbados, even more work to do. I think Barbados has a lot of work to do with individual fitness of their players, strategies, you know, just their overall program, I believe, needs an overhaul. And I think a lot of work needs to be done to get these girls better to play at this higher level and play consistently well.
Right, so as we're on the topic of Caribbean netballers and netball teams, the Sunshine Girls, who we have spoken about on this show very extensively, they are to face New Zealand. That match is tomorrow, right?
Tomorrow morning,
right.
It's going to be a very big match.
Right, and I'll be on Commonwealth duty tomorrow. So Leighton, just talk to us. I know you spoke very lengthy about the Sunshine Girls versus New Zealand, but just for our viewers that would have missed yesterday's show.
Well, look, this is going to be as tough a match as the match they played against Australia. if not tougher, because New Zealand have a fiery spirit there that
you said tougher than Australia.
It could be tougher than Australia. I think they're a team that, look, Australia is the number one team in the world, but New Zealand is not very far away in terms of the ranking. So Jamaica is going to have to play some of their best netball. In the game against Australia, what a lot of people didn't realize is that Jamaica only won one quarter. That was the fourth quarter. I mean, it was crucial, 17-9 against Australia.
What got the win?
But they lost the first quarter 14-13. The second quarter was 16-all. And the third quarter, Australia won 16-11. I don't think Jamaica needs to take that kind of chance against New Zealand, because it's not every day you're going to outscore one of the top teams in the world in the fourth quarter. They need to be more efficient. They need to be more, careful with the ball, which you saw a lot of that against Australia. They need to be patient with their passing and select the right passes instead of rushing passes, and try to get that ball into the circle as easily and as quickly as possible so that our shooters can take care of business. Otherwise, New Zealand is going to steamroll us. They're a dangerous team, and Jamaica has to play at a very high level consistently across all four quarters for them to get the win.
Well, looking forward. As I said, I'll be on duty tomorrow, so I'll be looking at that one very
It's
closely.
not beyond them, though.
Yeah, right. Well, in track and field now, 5 Caribbean athletes contested the final of the men's shot put. Do we have a winner for that one?
Tom Walsh from New
Right,
Zealand.
so it's on my screen. Tom Walsh from New Zealand, a mark of 22.26. Jacko Gill, also from New Zealand, 21.90. England in third position, picking up that bronze. Scott Lincoln, 20.57. Jamaica, Leighton, they managed to come out 6th, yeah. Odin Richards, 19.90. And Trinidad and Tobago in 8th, Akeem Stewart.
Yeah, look, Edward Henry did well, 19.97 is a new season's best for him, so good, kudos for him. Odin Richards, of course, as you know, is a 2014 Commonwealth Games champion, and he was a world champion back in World Championship bronze medal back in 2015. But he's had a number of issues, including undergoing knee surgery a few years ago, and has not quite been back to his best yet. Since that time, the world has moved on from the national record. I think his national record is 21.69. I think he needs, in these days, you need to throw well over 22 meters to be competitive. The world record has now moved to 23.3, and the best throwers in the world now are throwing 22 meters consistently. That's where Odin intends to get back to being competitive again. He has to get over the 22-meter mark. If not, he's going to be an also run like today. I'm sure he gave it his best effort. But certainly 19 meters and change is not going to do it these days.
Yeah, that's the thing. When you compete against such top competitors with proper resources and whatnot, sometimes your best isn't your best, and you really have to improve and find ways to do so. So we're going to keep it moving. The women's triple jump final, they saw 7 Caribbean athletes partaking. Let's see. All right, so in that one, we had Shanika Ricketts taking that one from Jamaica, 14.94. And Leighton, you had a lengthy discussion with me in the office about Shanika Ricketts. So I feel like it's only fitting I give you the opportunity now to share with our viewers.
Fair enough. I mean, Shanika, of course, she's the silver medalist at the World Championships, back-to-back World Championships. And of course, this was her best jump in a while. I mean, 14.89 for the silver in Oregon, but 14.94 here for her. She's inching ever so closer to the 15-meter mark, and of course, she won on the first jump. In fact, her first jump of 14.94 and her last jump of 14.61 would have won this competition. But kudos to Thea Lefant for finishing second.
Yes.
14.39 ahead of England's Naomi Melzer, who jumped 14.37. The 2014 champion, Kimberly Williams, was 4th with 14.25. So a good showing from the Caribbean. There are 3 of the top 4 were Caribbean athletes, and of course 2 of the top 3 were from the Caribbean as well. So outstanding performance from the Makilia Smith. Finished down, but this is her first major go-around. So she's capable of better, and I think she'll probably deliver better in years to come. But this was a nice experience for her to see what you need to do to be able to win medals at these competitions. So, kudos to the Caribbean ladies.
Yeah, it has been some amazing stuff. We got to see the very best of our Caribbean athletes, and it's not over yet. We still have a few days of competition, and just a reminder, you can catch all the action right here on SportsMax. Well, we take a quick break and we come right back.